Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is news time again from this very good channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing? Hope you're good. I pray that God will be with you in your endeavors. Today, we have another update for you. And I want you to, after listening to it, you drop your opinion and suggestions you have so that Biafra will be free. And that's just it. Okay, let's go there.
In this video, we shall be sharing one of the biggest and one of the latest news coming out from Finland regarding Mr. Simon, a man held in Kylmäkoski Correctional Center. In this video, we shall be discussing and analyzing a recent update and a very, very big and magnificent feat that we all need to see and understand. So the question here is, what has happened in Finland and why is it a big news? Well, the International Court of Justice, also known as the ICJ, have officially accepted Mr. Simon's case into their judicial proceedings. Yes, just in case you don't know. Mr. Simon, together with his lawyer in the person of Carl Gumerus, recently submitted their documents and their case file to the ICJ, asking this international court to review their case file with Finland. But as we speak, the ICJ has officially adopted their file and it will be looked into. Yes. The moment the ICJ adopted Mr. Simon's case file, a lot of things played out. A lot of big events unraveled all across the world regarding Mr. Simon and the USB movement. Well, let's start with the very first event that unraveled the moment the ICJ accepted Simon's case file into their judicial proceedings. Well, showing right now on your screen is a publication or article coming from Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister of the USP, which she posted 7 hours ago. It states, breaking update from Finland. All charges dropped and case dismissed for the 4 USP citizens. All charges as terrorist financiers for the 4 innocent citizens arrested in conjunction with Prime Minister Simon by Finland have been dropped and case dismissed and discharged due to lack of evidence. The decision and update was made in Finland and communicated to the USB today, which was on the 14th of May of 2025. As you can see, this is an official statement coming from Ngozi Orabueze. Just in case you don't understand, Simon was arrested together with 4 other individuals on the 24th of November of 2024. But as we speak, these 4 individuals has been released by the Finnish authorities, claiming that they couldn't find any evidence on them and they have been set free and their case closed. Yes. This happened immediately. Simon submitted his case file to the ICJ, and the Finnish authorities were forced to release these guys, acquit them of all their charges, and set them free. And that is not even all. Something else happened in Tanzania that has to do with Simon, a man held in Kylmäkoski Correctional Center. So the question here is, what has happened? Well, remember in our previous video, or one of our videos, we explained categorically that the president of Burkina Faso, in the person of Captain Ibrahim Traore, and the president of Tanzania and the president of Samia Suluhu Hassan are close friends and close allies. Yes. The president of Burkina Faso over some days now has informed the leader of Tanzania, a lady, to covertly show support for Simon and covertly show support or fight against any form of neocolonialism in the African continent. But as we speak, something big and something huge happened 10 hours ago. Showing right now on your screen is a post coming from the president of Finland in the person of Alexander Stubb. This is something you can actually fact check me. You can pause this particular video now, go to Twitter and search for his name, Alexander Stubb. You will find this update or this article clearly written on his post. Yes, the president of Finland traveled to Tanzania to meet with the president of Tanzania, who happens to be a close ally to the Burkina Faso president. Hope you're understanding. Let me explain. The president of Tanzania is a close friend, a close ally to Burkina Faso's president, Ibrahim Traore. Yes. So the president of Finland traveled to meet this woman in her country. Showing right now on your screen is a clear confirmation. It states, "Thank you for the warm welcome, President Samia Suluhu Hassan. It is a great honor to be here to celebrate the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Finland and Tanzania. I will be spending the next 3 days in Tanzania, accompanied by a business delegation." This is coming from the president of Finland. Yes. So this happened immediately. The ICJ accepted Simon's case file into their judicial proceedings. Yes, the president of Finland has traveled to meet a close ally, a close friend, and a supporter of Simon, probably to have discussions on how Simon would face fair trial in their judicial proceedings or in their courts of law. This is a big one because the president of Finland will spend 3 days here in Tanzania, and I'm pretty sure a lot of conversations will come up, a lot of talks, a lot of meetings will be held, and Simon's case will be discussed because of the ICJ involvement and because of the president of Burkina Faso and the person of Captain Ibrahim Traore. Yes, moving on swiftly, that is not even all. The moment the ICJ accepted Simon's case file, something played out in Finland's judicial or Finland's political system. The question here is, what has happened and how will it affect Simon? We'll take a look at this publication or article showing right now on your screen where it states Finland to second expert to International Criminal Court. It also went a step further to state that the national expert seconded by Finland will assist the International Criminal Court, the ICC, in the investigation of gravest international crimes. So as you can see, the government of Finland has shown willingness to respect the rulings and to aid the ICC, which is a department or an arm in the ICJ. Yes, Finland have promised to support the ICC in any investigation that has to do with international crimes and whatsoever. This is actually very simple to understand. This has to do with Simon. This definitely has to do with Simon. This cannot be a coincidence for Finland to start showing support and respect for the ICC rulings. This is a big one. And this came as a result of the fact that Carl Gumerus, the lawyer representing Simon, presented their case file in the ICJ. But that is not even all. Yes, the moment the ICJ accepted or adopted Simon's case file into their judicial proceedings, a lot of things will definitely play out in the future. But then we'll come back to that in a second. Let's take a look at something very, very interesting that you need to know at this point in time. Yesterday, we published a video stating that the president of Burkina Faso is currently angry with Bianca Ojukwu, and he has summoned her to appear or to meet with him somewhere in Africa or in any part of Europe. But as we speak, Bianca Ojukwu has accepted to meet with Captain Ibrahim Traore, but she's saying that she cannot appear in person. She'll have to send a delegate because she holds or wields a very, very important role in the Nigerian political system. And as we speak, she's not available for any off-duty meetings. Yes. So Bianca Ojukwu is saying that, see, I want to meet with you. I definitely want to meet with you. But then I am not opportuned. I have a lot of work on my desk. I will send a delegate or a representative to meet with you and have that meeting with you anywhere in the world, or as the case may be. So what do you think about the statement and comments coming from Bianca Ojukwu? Do you think she's trying to play smart here, or is she saying or stating the truth? Well, nobody knows for sure, but one thing we know is that something is currently playing out in Anambra State. Yes, we all know that the president of the federal government of Nigeria and the president of Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited Anambra State last week. During his visit, this man made a statement that did not sit well, or probably will sit well with a lot of individuals in Nigeria. What did Bola Ahmed Tinubu say? Take a look at this publication or article coming from PM News. It states, Anambra, Tinubu set to end marginalization of Southeast. It also went a step further to claim that the Anambra State government says President Bola Tinubu is set to end infrastructural and economic marginalization of the Southeast region. The state government said this in a statement issued by the Commissioner for Information in the person of Law Mefo to express gratitude to Tinubu for his historic state visit to Anambra on the 8th of May of 2025. So as you can see, Bola Tinubu himself, the president of the country, knows that the Southeast are being marginalized. Yes, this is something he knows, and he has promised to end that marginalization in the southeastern region of the country. Well, if you look at this from a hindsight, this doesn't make sense. If you want to end something, you don't have to say it. You end it without saying, without even making a word or a sentence. You just end it. If Tinubu wants to end marginalization, he knows what to do, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't do it at this point in time because there's no benefit. He's not going to gain anything because in the next elections, the Southeasterners will not still vote for him. Yes, if Tinubu wants to end marginalization, he should do it and not just say it. We all know that democracy in Africa is not practiced to its perfection. Democracy in Africa is just like a tool to implement or to bring in corruption. As we speak, the military junta of Mali has done something to end democracy in that country. This man believes that democracy can't be practiced in Africa because it's a tool for corruption. It's a tool for electoral malpractices. So the question here is, what did the president or the leader, the military leader of Mali executed? Well, take a look at this publication coming from The Punch. It states, Mali's military government dissolves political parties. Yes, this is actually straight to the point. Mali's leader, military junta, has dissolved all forms of political parties in their country. Yes, this article also went a step further to claim that Mali's military junta has dissolved all political parties in the country. A statement read on state television on Tuesday said the country's military leader, Assimi Goïta, validated the decision. Last month, a national conference of political actors in Mali recommended the dissolution of all political parties and the naming of Goïta as president with a 5-year mandate. The recommendation led to protests in Bamako on the 3rd of May and also on the 4th of May, with several hundred critics carrying placards displaying messages calling for a multi-party elections. So as you can see, democracy has not ever worked for us in this continent, in this part of the world, and it's only fair that the leaders should do the right thing so as to prevent this sort of declaration from reoccurring in the continent. Yes. Moving on swiftly, let's take a look at something that we saw yesterday, and it never sat well with us. We saw a news yesterday from Borno State that sent a lot of fears and shivers into the hearts and mind of many individuals in the country. So what is this news coming from Borno State? Well, take a look at this publication from The Guardian, where it categorically states that this particular terror group in Nigeria, as you can see, the highlighted part of your screen, currently uses hard-to-detect armed drones in Borno State. Just in case you don't understand, this particular group in the northern part of Nigeria has gotten top-notch drones, fighter drones, that Nigerian military at this point in time are not able to detect. What does this mean? It means the security in Nigeria, or the insecurity in Nigeria, will triple or quadruple in the next coming days. Yes, if the Nigerian military have come out to say this publicly, there's a problem. It simply means there's a big problem ahead of us. And how did these guys manage to get fighter drones? How did these guys manage to get sophisticated arms and ammunition to use in their terrorist activities in Nigeria? It simply means that a lot of individuals, top individuals in the country, are financing or aiding this particular group at this point in time. And if the Nigerian government wants to do anything about insecurity, they have to deal with the financiers first. But the question here is, will Bola Tinubu fight these financiers? Well, I guess you know the answers already. So let's go back to Mr. Simon, a man held in Kilamakoski Correctional Center. Like we said previously, he has submitted his case file to the ICJ and it has been accepted or adopted in its judicial proceedings. So how will this benefit, or how will this help Simon in his court case in Finland? Well, this is actually very simple. The ICJ will definitely, one way or the other, provide means for a peaceful dispute resolution between Finland, Nigeria, and Simon. Yes, the ICJ will look for a series of ways to provide or make grounds for a peaceful dispute resolution. The ICJ will also look for ways and methods to make Finland and Nigeria accountable and provide justice in the trial of Mr. Simon. Yes, the ICJ will look at his case file closely and make sure there's accountability in the court proceedings in Finland. That is to say, the ICJ will follow the court proceedings and the trials to back. Yes, to watch it closely and make sure there's accountability and full justice. Yes, this will also help Simon, or this will buy Simon more time in Kilamakoski. He's going to buy him more time to actually make sure his lawyer, Carl Gomeres, sits down and gets all of his facts and data together. Just in case you don't know, Carl Gomeres was appointed as the lawyer representing Simon just last month. And this man hasn't spent up to 1 month in his case. With the ICJ's involvement, is going to buy more time for Simon and his lawyer so they can do their due diligence and also present facts and data to counter every single thing that will be coming from Nigeria and the government of Finland.